Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel that is Discourse Online Politics. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about the types of the law books. So you all know that there are various types of the law books are there. So in today's video, we will discuss that about these law books here. Now in this video, we are going to discuss about the various types of the law books, nature of these books. We will also discuss how to use this book so that you can know how to use different kind of the books for the study. And we will also see that how one law types of the law book is different from the other types of the law book. So in this video we are going to cover these aspects today. So before watching the video, I request to all of you, please subscribe my channel so that you can get these kind of the videos through my YouTube channel. So let's start video here. First kind of the book which we are going to discuss here, that is student textbook. You all know that the student textbook is very popular kind of the textbook, and normally what you see, the student textbook, it is having the collections about the subject matter which is related to a very specific and particular kinds of the areas of the law. In that areas of the law, they are collecting the matters and they are doing analyze and criticize that subject of the matters. Basically, the student textbook, which is very popular among the students, it is about the individual area of the legal study. For example, on the constitutional law, administrative law, on contract, tort, so various areas of the law is there. And on each areas, they are going to have the student textbook. It is one of the very popular kind of the law books which you all see. And now you will also see that on particular law area, there may be more than one textbooks would be available for each topic. So you may have some confusion which textbook you need to refer. So you may take the advice from your course teacher, because the course teacher will help you that which book is better for your study. And it is also possible that when you are referring some textbook, it may be very simple and the text of that textbook is very simple. Then in that case, if you find that it is a simple one, then go for those kind of the textbooks where you will have the high level of the text, and so that those texts will help you to for the deeper learning, for deeper understanding, for more critical thinking. So if you found that the textbook which you are referring here, it is of a very easy one, then go for the those textbooks where the text is little bit difficult and they are approaching towards the more critical understanding about that subject. And it may also possible that you may have a kind of textbook which is very hard to follow and you are not able to understand the text of that book. So in that case, you do go for the more basic books. So at least you can get the understanding of the basic level of that area of the law subject. So that is the way you can help yourself various kind of textbooks as per your understanding. Now, these student textbooks is here. Normally you will see here, they don't carry any kind of the great legal authority on the subject. They are having some kind of facts about the law. They may not have so much authority on the law. Basically, you will see that very few textbooks are going to be referred in the courts. So usually the lawyers, they are not using the textbooks to refer the cases in the court. So it is a kind of the textbook where you will get a no understanding about the law, but not as such having the great legal authority. And these textbooks are also subject to the revisions, editions. So each year normally happens, the student textbooks are coming with a new edition. And why they are going to have the editions, new editions here? Because they want to ensure that the text, the knowledge and information which are there, it is a current and relevant one. And therefore, I request to you that it is better to use the most recent edition and don't go for the second hand copy of the textbook. Because what will happen if you will go with the second hand copy of the textbook, then your understanding and knowledge is not updated one. You may not have updated one, particularly if you see in the constitutional law. In the constitutional law, you all know that the amendments are taking the places almost in a year. So in that case, if you will have a kind of the textbook which is not updated, then you can't have a good research also for no future as well. Similarly, the case law is important for the law subject. And if you are referring the case law which has been overruled, then it is not going to help you much. So it is better to have the first hand and the recent edition copy of the student textbook. Can see for your understanding a pic of a textbook. I have taken a pic of the book of R.V. Kelkar for this CRPC, that means Criminal Procedure Code. So if you have this kind of the books with you, then you are the part of or you are referring the textbook. So it, now moving to the next types of the law books, and that is very popular among the students, and that is the case and material books. So this is the second type of the you know a book which is there, which is known as a case and material books. Now these case and material books is going to have a key collections of the cases, statutes, reports, articles, and book extracts, and they all going to be arranged by topic wise in that particular of the subject. So it will have a cases, statute, and reports, which is going to be help the students very much. And these case and materials are very important supplementary materials during the study because you are getting all the key cases, all the important cases, statutes, reports, articles, and sometimes the book extract for that subject area. So it will help you and it will reduce your labor as well as you need not to focus more books also. So you can confine yourself with the cases and materials. So if you see, it appears very good that the cases and materials books are good one. But if you see, there is also the student textbook. So which one is better for the study in the law? So now you will see here, if you will so much rely on the case and materials, because you know that the editor of this book has selected few cases, statutes for that book. So it may be as good for that editor only. So you, when you are using the case and materials books, then you need to very much cautious also because it may be a good case for that editor here. It may be a leading case for that editor there. So therefore you need to be careful also. And one more thing which you need to take care, that these cases and material books are not going to replace the student textbook. So you can't substitute it with the textbook or the statutes or also some original readings also. So it is only for the supplementary in order to know the leading cases, statute, and all this. So moving towards the third kind of the book, before that, I have taken a pick here. That is the pick for the cases and material books. So if you see, this is one of the book which you can see. Perhaps you have come across for this book, that is a very popular one on the family law, and you can see this book is has been published from the universal and known as a cases and materials on the family law. So if you have this kind of the books, then definitely you are using the cases and material books. Now moving towards the third category of the book, which is we are going to refer here, that is being called as monographs. So what is this monograph? Now if you see, the monographs is more detailed study on a particular specialized topic of a law. because it is very specialized topic they have written, and therefore the writing which is going to be here, it is going to be very much expensive on that particular subject, but it is going to cover very narrow subject, and it is not going to be very intro it is not going to be very introductory. So if you are looking for a subject which is a book for a particular theme based, then you can refer the book of the monographs. And now these books are very much important for the research. If you are looking for the research, then you need to go for the monographs, and then you can get a better understanding about that particular topic of that subject. So for better understanding about the books are there for monographs, I have taken this pick, that is a book on the law of theft. If you see, this book is not on the criminal law, rather than it is about one offense, that is a theft. So it is very specialized kind of the books which you can see here. So if you are referring this kind of the books, then you are using a book which is of the monographs. One more thing, that it is not introductory. In a student textbook, it is introductory. In the cases materials, they will collect cases and materials on a particular no subject. So that is the way you can make a difference here between these three types of the books. Now moving towards the fourth category of the books, and it is also very useful, that is being called as a practitioner's book. And what is a practitioner books? How to make it know that this book is a part of the practitioner's books? So normally what you see in the textbook, in the monograph, as well as in the case materials, the writer is academician. While for this kind of the books, that is a practitioner's book, the writer is going to be a practicing lawyer, and he's writing a book for the future practicing lawyers. So basically, it is a kind of the reference work, and usually it comes in the various volumes or several volumes. And one more thing, that as in case of the student textbook, you have seen very oftenly each year they are publishing with the new editions. So the practitioners books is not going to come with the edition very much, and because it is coming in the volumes, and it is very specialized kind of the books, it is a reference book, therefore if you are looking to buy this one, it is very costly. So it is going to be very expensive one. So what is the practitioners book? To get that idea, I have taken a pick for you, and that is a book you all can see, Chitti on Contracts. So it is a book which is a practitioner's books. So the writer is a practitioner here. So this is the way you can see the purpose of the practitioner book, to enable the future practitioners that they can understand the law properly. Moving towards the next kind of the books, that is the legal encyclopedia and digest. So what kind of these books are there, and what is the use of these books? Let's see here. So if you see, the encyclopedia is extremely useful because they are having the basic information, and information very useful on the different phrases on the law. So if you have, or if you want to know that the about the genesis of the law, about the theme of any law, then you can refer the encyclopedia. So it is really very useful for the research. Now the digest is going to have the summaries of the cases, and all these cases which they are going to report, that would be in the summary, and they will take it from the various law reports. So this is the way the digest will have a compilation of the cases here. So these legal encyclopedias and digests are very important when you are looking for the research, when you are looking for the important cases or the important paragraphs, because digest contains only summaries, so it contains only the important paragraphs from the cases. So these digests and encyclopedias are going to help you for doing the research. So you can refer this if you are looking. So for better understanding and to know, that is what is the legal encyclopedia and digest. So for the Encyclopedia, I have taken this book, that is the Halsbury's Laws of England. You all have heard about this. It is a classical kind of the books on the English law system, particularly on the England. So if you are using this kind of the books, you are using the encyclopedia. Now moving towards the last category of the books which we are going to discuss here, and that is the very popular among the students, that is the revision guides. And the name itself, it is about the revision and it is like a guide. Let's see what kind of the contents are going to be a part of this revision guides. Now these revision guides which are here, basically it is a kind of the guiding one where to help the students, but they don't have the information, they don't have the no content in depth. It is basically for what? It is basically to get the very important information on a particular area for the revision. So during the examination, sometimes the students are looking for this kind of the revision guides so that they can get an idea about that one. But actually, if you see these are the books are not going to have the no knowledge in depth. And if you see, if you think that you can pass the LLB or LLM with the help of revision guide, then it is not so much, because ultimately it is not going to substitute the classroom learning or the lectures and the seminars of the institute. So therefore, if you see only relying on the revision guides, it is not very good practice and you may have difficulty in the future. So this is the way you can see it. Now, one of the way you can see very no to understand that what is the revision guide, I have taken a pic of the revision guide and just see this is a book which is a law which is on the law and environment, published by Singles. So normally you know that in the Delhi University, the and some other universities also, they are referring these kind of the books during the examination for the revision. But again, I want to tell you that you can't substitute the classroom learning, you can't substitute the seminars, lectures. So that is the way, if you are simply relying on this one, it is not going to help. So I hope that you had liked this video. If you have liked this video, please subscribe my channel so that you can get all these kinds of video through my YouTube channel. So thank you to everyone for watching this video. I will meet very soon with another important video on the law. Thank you to everyone for watching my video.